Hey YouTube, my name is Matt and I got a brand new mountain bike. This is my first mountain bike, although I did grow up riding BMX as a kid. Like millions of other people right now, I am working from home and I needed a reason to get outside to get some exercise, so I thought, hey, I'm going to buy a mountain bike. After hours and hours of research, I ended up with this. This is a Gravity BASECAMP 27.5. This is what was available at the time at the in this correct category I'm looking in for the use. The use would be putting around the neighborhood, maybe some flat trails and fire roads. I live in Arizona, so there's a lot of flat desert, but mainly just around the neighborhood. So in shopping for a bike, no surprise, a lot of places are out of these entry-level bikes because they're so popular right now, and some places are out until the fall even. So this was available. I had to buy it online. It was easy to put together. I ordered it on January 2nd and it arrived on the 15th before the anticipated delivery date. Like I said, it's easy to put together. I actually took it to the local bike shop to adjust the gears because I didn't know how to do that, and I didn't want to mess it up, but it wasn't correct at all, and the chain kept falling off, and I didn't feel comfortable adjusting the derailleurs myself. So I took it to the local bike shop, no problem supporting them. They fixed it up nice and good for me. Let me back up just a little bit. After putting it together, I stood over the bike. Big problem. It doesn't fit. It's too tall. The frame is touching me. The website I bought it from, which we're going to get to a little more in just a second, has a sizing chart on the page. I'm between 5'7" and 5'8", depending on what type of footwear I'm wearing. Their sizing chart said if you are around that height, you could go medium or you could go large. I went conservatively and I got medium. It's too tall. It is a 15-inch frame. What their website doesn't disclose is the standover height is 29.5 inches. It's actually printed on the box if you can see it behind the bike in the bottom right-hand corner. The box does state there needs to be no less than 1 inch between your body and the frame. That is not the case. So after having assembled it, stood over the bike, realized it's too tall, then I looked at the box and said, oh, it even says on the box. I contacted the company I bought the bike from, bikesdirect.com. I had several back and forth conversations with a gentleman named Larry. I told Larry flat out, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. I used the sizing chart on your website. It's too tall. Help me. Over the course of several back and forth emails, he basically blamed me and said he would allow me to return the bike if I purchased a $50 return label. It has to be in factory new condition with no damage, no wear, and I have to pack it so that it also arrives in factory new condition. The bike's been assembled. It is no longer in factory new condition. Bolts have been turned, latches have been tightened. I guarantee you, if you inspect it, there's going to be wear. It cost me $350 shipped with tax. Now, I'm not saying that's by any means chump change, but taking all that into consideration on how much I could get refunded, it's not worth it. I told him I'm just going to keep the bike and deal with it. So I obviously am not impressed with bikesdirect.com. Their website should have been the first indicator. It looks like something I had built back using Microsoft Front Page 95. Their website is atrocious. But also lesson learned. How tall you are is not a good factor used to determine what size of bike you need to buy. So this is not safe for me to ride, I would say, other than on the flat pavement where the chances of having to hastily dismount are very low, because if I ever have to do so, that is going to be a very bad day for me. I'm going to hurt myself. Went to that local bike shop like I told you, and they are licensed to sell Trek. I said, hey, when are you getting some Marlins in? He said, not until October. Well, so I may be stuck riding this until October. Plus, I bought a whole ton of accessories for it as well. So if I do use the bike, I may post a follow-up video with those accessories. But again, one point in me posting this video is to showcase the bike itself. I love the bike. And it's many, many steps up from what you're going to find at a big box store. Obviously not for hardcore shredders, though. And the price point's pretty decent. Like I said, I bought it online for $350. However, I also noticed that here in Phoenix, there are some local bike shops that also sell this model. And I think it ended up being about $429 out the door with tax. So still reasonable, in my opinion, if you can now find them in stock, too. So Gravity BASECAMP 27.5. Look for the specs in the description of this video. Bikesdirect.com. That's my experience. Your mileage may vary. And maybe I'll post some follow-up videos just for giggles, since I am so new. And hey, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. So when they are in stock, I probably am going to lean towards a Trek Marlin, just because we only have one local bike shop in my small town, and that's what they're licensed for, and I want to support them. So that's probably what I'm going to end up getting, either a 5 or maybe a 6 with the better drivetrain. So that's my story, and like I said, it's a capable bike. I love the bike itself. It's just too tall for me. Who knows, maybe I'll get some platform shoes.